What is going on, Trash Talkers? We're back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to give you our predictions for the Thursday night NFL kickoff, Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Dallas Cowboys. All that and much more coming your way right now! All right, before we get started in today's video, Trash Talkers, I want to hear from you guys. Who do you have winning this game and why? Let us know who you have coming out on top in the first NFL regular season game of 2021. All right, Nick, NFL kickoff is here. We have finally made it through the offseason. Glad to see you getting out of your cave and back into reality. Football season is upon us, and I'm ready to talk some football. So let's get started with NFL kickoff. Dallas Cowboys at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Obviously, this is a special game for the NFL as there is the unveiling of the Super Bowl banner for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They present the rings to everyone on the field, which they've already gotten, but they get to show them off for everybody at Raymond James Stadium to see. And it's going to be one hell of a matchup. You have America's team versus the defending Super Bowl champions. I'm super excited, and I know you are too.
This is going to be a great game to kick off the NFL season. You've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers returning with all 22 starters. You've got the Dallas Cowboys coming back. Dak Prescott fully healthy. This offensive line ready to go. I think that this is going to be one slobber knocker, one hell of an offensive output. I think that we're going to see a ton of offensive scoring, and it's going to be one great game to watch. I can't wait to kick this off tonight.
Absolutely. So starting off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as you mentioned, they are returning all 22 of their starters from last year. They have brought back every single free agent that they had available, minus one, but he was a backup anyway, so who cares? At the end of the day, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got better just by bringing everybody back. And you could argue the point, well, how did they get better if they only brought everybody back? Well, they finally had an offseason with Tom Brady under center to work with this offense, to get to know the ins and outs of this playbook even more. The genius of Tom Brady isn't just the play on the field, but it's the cerebral attack that he has, understanding every single nuance of not only the defensive playbook that he's going against, but the offensive playbook that he has to harness. And I believe that Tom Brady is just as locked in as ever to repeat as a Super Bowl champion. He is looking to bring yet another ring to his already massive collection of such. I believe at the end of the day that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers got better because they have the offseason together. They were able to work through some of the kinks that they had last offseason, and they can dive deeper and deeper into the playbook. On top of the fact that, oh yeah, Antonio Brown gets to start the season with this team versus being suspended for the first 12 games. I believe that at the end of the day, this team is so much better. The defense got stronger with the addition of Joe Tryon at the end of the first round in the NFL draft. Taking a look at the players that they brought in, you know, that they really helped plug the holes in this roster, what little holes they had, and replacing players that wanted to leave with other veterans that wanted to come in and win, like Giovanni Bernard coming in as your receiving back, is really going to bolster this offense to new heights. I believe that Tom Brady has a lot of records in mind that he might want to go after this year, and I don't think there's going to be much to stop him. Look for that to get started in this Thursday night matchup.
You said the Buccaneers improved this offseason, but the Dallas Cowboys for sure improved this offseason. Not only did they get their starter back in Dak Prescott, but you've got this offensive line that has been fully healthy once again. Zach Martin, unfortunately, placed on the COVID list. He will be back for week 2, but going into week 1, they will have to survive without him. Zeke is ready to right the ship of all those fumbles he had last season. He did not have a great output, averaging only 4 yards per carry. He wants to get back on top to prove he is still a top 5 running back in the NFL, and he wants to start that now. Now when you look at the defensive side of the ball for the Dallas Cowboys, They lost Chidobe Awuzie in the offseason, but they gained some nice pieces as well. You've got Keanu Neal, who they moved from safety to linebacker. Then you've got DeMonte Kazee, also coming over from the Atlanta Falcons. He's going to play safety. You drafted Micah Parsons with the 10th overall pick, and he's going to anchor down this defense, already showing off how good he is in the preseason. Micah Parsons is going to be a massive focal point for this team moving forward, and he's going to be somebody they can rely upon at that linebacker position to not get injured. He's going to be a big force against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and especially in that run game to help the porous defensive line that they have. They lost guys like Neville Gallimore last season, released Gerald McCoy and Dontari Poe, but this season they're ready to get back to playing Dallas Cowboy football. DeMarcus Lawrence, Randy Gregory on the edge. These guys are ready to set the tone, and I think they could do just that against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, when you take a look at these two teams, the biggest thing that jumps out at you is the offensive side of the ball for both of these teams. You have Tom Brady with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate, O.J. Howard, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, Giovanni Bernard, so on and so forth, right? So just the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have the offense, and then obviously the Dallas Cowboys returning the starters that you talked about with their top 5 offensive line headed by Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, but also bringing back Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott getting back into form. He's looking thinner, leaner, and stronger than he has in past seasons. He's looking to get back to his rookie season numbers. On top of that, you brought CeeDee Lamb in last year as a rookie wide receiver. He is ready to break out, and he saw what Justin Jefferson did in Minnesota. I believe he's going to be one of those guys that can really step up this season for the Dallas Cowboys, on top of the fact that you have Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup ready to go. Both of these offenses are extremely potent. They're going to put up a lot of points. It comes down to the defensive side of the ball. And for me, the biggest matchup to watch is going to be the Dallas Cowboys wide receivers versus the defensive backs of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Because when it all said and done, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, on the backside of that defense, they tend to struggle quite a bit against more talented receiving cores. The saving grace that they ran into in the Super Bowl was that Patrick Mahomes had no time in the pocket. That offensive line was absolutely abysmal, and the defensive ends and outside linebackers just pinned their ears back and ran after Patrick Mahomes almost unencumbered. Now, with the offensive line of the Cowboys intact and ready to protect Dak Prescott, I believe that they are going to be on another level. You have CeeDee Lamb, Amari Cooper, and Michael Gallup, and those defensive backs, including Carlton Davis, Sean Murphy-Bunting, and Jamel Dean, those aren't household names, and I believe that that is the ultimate Achilles heel to this defense. If CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper can really torch these DBs and really focus on the one-on-one matchups, look for the Dallas Cowboys to put up a lot of points against this Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, and this could be a shootout.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the obvious choice to win this game, but what the Dallas Cowboys defense can do to actually help out the offense so they're not scrambling every single drive to put up points, they can work their linebackers into the system really well. I think it's all about getting pressure on Brady as quick as possible. You got Keanu Neal playing linebacker now with Micah Parsons and Leighton Vander Esch still there. I think that these guys need to be running some stunts, trying to get around the edge, trying to run inside and get around this offensive line to get pressure on Brady. You do not have the secondary in Dallas to keep up with these receivers for a long time, more than 2 seconds really. And to get that pressure on him is going to be everything. You need to make sure that Brady's uncomfortable in that pocket. The offensive line is in the first game. They're going to be working through their kinks as well. So you can take advantage of that using your linebackers. I want to see them get pressure on Brady as quick as possible. That's going to give them the best shot in this Thursday night matchup.
Absolutely. So, with all of that being said, all of this breakdown and analysis, the part that you guys have all been waiting for, our score predictions. I want to let you start off, Nick. Who do you have winning this game?
So, as I said, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the favorite to win this game, and I just don't think that the Dallas Cowboys have the defensive personnel to stop these men. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be a very heavy passing attack, and I think that the Dallas Cowboys are just going to have an absolute nightmare trying to deal with them all game long. I'm going to have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeating the Dallas Cowboys 30-17 in this Week 1 matchup.
Yeah, we have some similar mindsets, and Listen, I'm right there with you. When it's all said and done, I believe that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the superior team, and the Dallas Cowboys have to kind of get their feet wet again. A lot of guys coming back from injuries haven't really had an opportunity to get some live action, including Dak Prescott. I believe this is just one of those games where they're being thrown into the fire, and if you survive this game, then you're good for the rest of the season. You know that you have taken on the best and where you need to improve from there. It's a good trial by fire for the Cowboys, but nonetheless, the Buccaneers come out on top. I have the Buccaneers winning this game 35-24. All right, well, that's going to do it for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.